If these cities stopped working for 24 hours, the global economy would collapse. This is not an exaggeration. It is a simple statement of fact. Wealth and influence are not distributed evenly across the globe. They are concentrated in a select few urban centers. These are the nerve centers of our interconnected world. Money moves through their digital arteries. Ideas are born in their towering offices. Power is brokered in their boardrooms. The constant hum of activity in these places is the very pulse of global commerce. It is a rhythm we have come to depend on, often without realizing its profound importance in our daily lives. Imagine a world where this pulse suddenly stops. The fast-paced cuts of Wall Street trading floors go silent. The screens displaying an endless stream of numbers turn blank. The sprawling port complexes, usually teeming with activity, fall still. The very mechanisms that facilitate the movement of goods, capital, and information would grind to a halt. The global economic system is a complex machine. It is a delicate network of dependencies. And at the heart of this machine are a handful of cities. Their continuous operation is not just beneficial, it is absolutely essential for the stability and function of the entire system. New York City is the undisputed financial capital of the world. It is a colossus standing astride the global economy. When we speak of financial power, the first name that comes to mind is Wall Street. This single street in Lower Manhattan is a symbol of immense economic influence. Here, the New York Stock Exchange and the Nasdaq conduct a daily ballet of numbers, trading trillions in shares and securities. The decisions made on these trading floors set prices for stocks, bonds, commodities. Those prices create a benchmark followed by investors from Tokyo to Frankfurt. The city is more than just its stock exchanges. It is an ecosystem of financial might. The world's largest investment banks have their headquarters here. Their glass towers pierce the Manhattan skyline. In these buildings, monumental deals are structured. Mergers are negotiated, and capital is raised for companies and governments worldwide. New York's influence extends beyond pure finance, media, law, technology. The city is the primary clearinghouse for the US dollar, making it an essential choke point for international trade and finance. What would happen if New York were to stop for just one day? The immediate effect would be a global market paralysis. Trading in countless securities would halt, freezing capital. Companies would be prevented from raising money. Investment deals worth billions would be put on indefinite hold. The constant flow of US dollars that lubricates global trade would be interrupted. Payments between businesses on opposite sides of the world could stall. Yet New York's markets remain the deepest and most liquid. Traders in every time zone set their clocks by its opening bell and its close. This is why New York City matters so profoundly. It is not just a city in America. It is the command center for the global financial system. London holds a unique and powerful position in the global financial landscape. It is the world's premier hub for international banking and foreign exchange trading. The city's strategic advantage is its time zone. Its markets open as Asia's are closing and remain active as New York begins its day. This geographic good fortune lets London act as the essential bridge in the 24-hour cycle of global finance. The gleaming towers of Canary Wharf and the historic lanes of the City of London house the world's largest banks, insurance companies, and financial services firms. The scale of activity in London is staggering. It dominates the global foreign exchange market, a multi-trillion-dollar-a-day industry that sets currency values from the US dollar to the Japanese yen. It is also a leading center for international bond issuance, commodity trading, and the insurance and reinsurance market centered on Lloyd's of London. Beyond finance, London is a global capital for legal and advisory services. Complex international deals are often governed by English law and arbitrated in London's courts. If London stopped for 24 hours, the effects would be severe and immediate. The foreign exchange market would seize up. Banks couldn't complete crucial currency transactions, causing payment delays worldwide. Commodity trading, oil and metals, could slow dramatically, creating price uncertainty. European companies and governments would struggle to raise capital or settle trades. Legal and advisory work would halt, leaving contracts in limbo and deals unmade. London's role was built over centuries, founded on trust, a stable legal system, and a deep pool of specialized talent. More international firms are listed here, and cross-border lending thrives. London's function isn't just to serve the UK, but to serve the world. Its continuous operation is vital for global economic stability, a steady hand guiding capital between continents. Shanghai stands as the vibrant, beating heart of China's economic ascendance. Its skyline is a declaration of ambition and power. The futuristic towers of the Pudong Financial District, rising from what was marshland just a few decades ago, symbolize the incredible speed and scale of China's development. Shanghai is the engine room of the world's second-largest economy. It is home to the Shanghai Stock Exchange, one of the largest in the world by market capitalization, and a testing ground for China's financial reforms. The city is China's crucial link to the global financial system and a base for hundreds of multinationals. It is a major center for asset management, venture capital, and private equity. Furthermore, Shanghai is adjacent to the port of Shanghai, the busiest container port on the planet. The immense flow of goods that defines China's role as the world's factory moves through its terminals. This dual role gives Shanghai a unique and powerful position in the global economy. A 24-hour shutdown of Shanghai would send a powerful shockwave through the global system. The flow of goods in and out of China would be severely disrupted, delaying global supply chains. Companies from Apple to Volkswagen would face production halts. The flow of capital would also be affected, as firms miss critical funding windows and investors are cut off. Global markets, which closely track Chinese data, would react with uncertainty and volatility. The pause would cast a shadow over global growth. Shanghai's rise represents a shift in the geography of power. Today, it is a formidable center of influence and the primary gateway to the Chinese economy. Singapore is a testament to the idea that size is no measure of influence. This small island city-state, with a land area smaller than New York City, is a giant on the global economic stage. It has masterfully positioned itself as the premier financial and logistics hub for Asia. A pristine, futuristic skyline where wealth, innovation, and commerce converge. Singapore is a gravitational center for capital, talent, and trade. A model of stability, efficiency, and strategic foresight. Top global center for wealth management. High net worth families park and grow assets here. Political stability and a strong legal framework. A vital hub for trade finance and a foreign exchange hub, rivaling London and New York in certain sectors. The Port of Singapore is one of the busiest in the world, not just by tonnage, but as a critical transshipment hub where routes converge. If Singapore stopped for a day, disruption would be profound. Immediate delays across Asia's logistics web. Vessels carrying crude and consumer electronics unable to refuel, unload, or transfer cargo. Wealth managers unable to execute transactions. Trade finance frozen. Singapore is neutral, reliable, highly efficient. Companies feel secure. Contracts are enforced. Infrastructure is world-class. A stable, trusted crossroads. An indispensable enabler of the Asian economy whose smooth functioning is essential for regional prosperity. Dubai has risen from the desert sands to a gleaming global hub, positioning itself at the crossroads of East and West. Built on ambition, a critical link for trade, finance, and travel. The breathtaking skyline, punctuated by the world's tallest building, is a bold statement of global intent. Dubai has leveraged its strategic location and created DIFC for banking, asset management, and capital markets. under an independent legal framework based on English common law. Its ports, particularly Jebel Ali, are among the largest and busiest, serving as a logistics and distribution hub. Free zones offer incentives and streamlined regulations, attracting thousands of businesses. Dubai International Airport is one of the world's busiest, cementing its status as a premier travel hub. A 24-hour halt would create significant friction across trade routes linking Asia, Europe, and Africa. Just-in-time inventories would slip, costs would rise, passengers would be stranded, logistics cascades would follow. Dubai's success is strategic, diversifying from oil into services, trade, and tourism, building a safe, modern, hyper-connected base for multinationals. Its role as a bridge between time zones, markets, and cultures makes it indispensable in the 21st century global economy. These 5 cities, New York, London, Shanghai, Singapore, and Dubai, do not operate in isolation. They are the primary nodes in a deeply interwoven global network. They form a complex web through which the vast majority of the world's capital, goods, and information flows. Money moves seamlessly between them, from a stock purchase in New York funded by a bank in London, to a trade deal in Dubai financed out of Singapore. They are connected by digital infrastructure. They are connected by legal frameworks. They are connected by the constant movement of people. This network lets a company in America manufacture a product in China and sell it in Europe with relative ease. The connections are symbiotic. London bridges New York's close and Asia's open. Singapore moves goods produced by companies financed in Shanghai. Dubai links East and West. New York provides the dollar. London provides the legal backbone. This intricate dance of capital, logistics, and law happens every second of every day, powered by the infrastructure and talent concentrated in these cities. This interconnectedness is the system's greatest strength and its most profound weakness. A failure in one node can rapidly spread. A port closure in Singapore can cause factory shutdowns in Germany. A banking crisis in New York can freeze lending in Tokyo. It is not a hierarchy with one city at the top. It is a network of distinct, crucial roles. No single city can perform all functions. They are complementary parts of a single, sprawling machine. The health of the global economy depends on the health and continuous functioning of this urban web. In the modern era, the city has re-emerged as the most important unit of economic organization. While we think in nation-states, economic power follows a different map. A map of urban clusters connected by flights, shipping lanes, and fiber. Power concentrates through density, people, resources, infrastructure, creating a powerful engine for economic activity. In a global city, talent concentrates. A firm can find expert lawyers, accountants, marketers, and software engineers within a few blocks. This creates a virtuous cycle that accelerates ideas. Chance encounters and planned meetings become new ventures and solutions. Capital gathers in stable environments rich with opportunity and expertise. Sophisticated legal systems, oversight, and a culture of trust make business predictable in London, Singapore, and beyond. This is why select cities can be more globally significant than their countries. New York's metro economy rivals entire nations. These cities shape markets, set standards, influence strategy. They are where the future of the global economy is debated, designed, and decided. Behind the skylines and flashing tickers, cities are powered by people. These hubs are vast, complex human ecosystems. Traders, lawyers, software engineers, and logistics managers each play their part. Every transaction and movement is initiated and completed by a person. From harbor pilots to truck drivers, every transaction and movement is initiated and completed by a person. From harbor pilots to truck drivers, every transaction and movement is initiated and completed by a person. From harbor pilots to truck drivers, airline crews to service workers, they keep the city running. When a city stops, jobs, supply chains, and daily life feel the immediate cost. This human reality is why cities invest in resilience, infrastructure, public services, emergency planning. It also drives innovation and adaptability, the ultimate competitive advantage of dense urban environments. These are not only centers of finance and trade, they are centers of ingenuity. And it is this ingenuity that ultimately powers the global economy. The world as we know it keeps moving because of these urban powerhouses. New York, London, Shanghai, Singapore, Dubai. They are hubs of finance that allocate capital, centers of trade that move goods, seats of law that enforce contracts. They operate at incredible speed, making decisions every minute that affect every country on Earth. The system is so reliant on their efficiency that even a brief pause would be felt worldwide. A 24-hour stop would be a global economic event. Systems bending, confidence evaporating, supply and payment chains breaking. The world would need time to recover, to untangle logistical knots and rebuild fragile trust. We have built incredible efficiency at the cost of critical points of failure. These points are not countries, they are cities. Nations have borders, flags, armies, and laws. But the lines of money, trade, and influence follow a different map entirely. Economic power lives where ideas, capital, and logistics converge, in dense, dynamic, hyper-connected cities. These centers shape corporate strategy, influence policy, determine where jobs are created, and where wealth is generated. They are the true capitals of the global economy. Our world is defined by this reality. A farmer's prosperity can be influenced by a trader in London. A small business can depend on a supply chain through Singapore. A retirement fund can hinge on Wall Street sentiment. It is a world where national boundaries are becoming less relevant than the connections between these powerful urban nodes. Countries may have borders, but economic power lives in cities.